Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hi. I am still doing the same craziness that I've been doing, and I
Are we
think
zooming?
we are zooming.
Zoom, zoom. Hello, Zoom people.
And
Or video people.
I just realized I was in the wrong. Oh, I was in the wrong. I set the audio to the wrong tune. So if you may have realized that was not the right music. At least
Well,
not
just
the.
as it was about to get to the breakdown, it ended. It's like, oh,
I know,
okay.
I know. I was like,
You know.
because on the timer on YouTube, I actually have a countdown, so it actually takes a little longer to get to the end of the music. But I was like, oh my gosh, I thought I have like 40 more seconds to go, and then it ended. So Michael, I was going to ask you
Can
something.
you pin a link to the video so we can all get to it?
Yes,
Thank you.
I'm about to do that. Now, I have, and those of you on Clubhouse, hello, Tai Tai. Welcome back on Clubhouse. And if you are on YouTube watching this later on, post stream, post live stream, or during the stream, I'm simulcasting this from Clubhouse as well as on YouTube, and still learning the process. I change my plan. Do you realize I didn't want to mess with Club Deck because we did do a test after you left, Michael, in the sound check room with Charles, and we figured out you have to like toggle the audio setting in and out so that it will stay stereo. So this week I decided that I'm not gonna mess with that. I'm just going to do graphics for Clubhouse and keep my setup using my phone. So there's not a good way, at least I haven't figured out a good way for me to get audio and video into my YouTube stream. And so I couldn't do all the audio because I need that. My phone needs to be plugged into the RØDECaster Pro, and when it's plugged into the RØDECaster Pro, I can't have that phone connected to my computer to get the picture from my phone. If I were to do it wirelessly, it also messes up the audio because if you use any software that treat your computer as an Apple TV, it sends a signal. It also sends audio over, so it messes up my audio as well. So this week, I'm just gonna try staying put and use my RØDECaster Pro connected directly to my iPhone as I always do. But then what we do is we lose graphics from this room. I just started a few minutes ago, just started building some graphics asset to represent the room. But we'll see how far I can get through it. I always change my mind like 5 minutes before the live stream starts.
Have you tried something like NDI? I know that there's some tools where you can actually broadcast over NDI the screen of your phone. So maybe something like that
have not tried. I mean, I've tried a few other options. I have the two softwares that I use. Now I wish you're gonna be on here with me, on Zoom with me. I can try NDI and see if can it only do the screen share just the picture and not mess with the audio. Because a lot of the software that I use that screencast my phone to my computer also sends audio. So it took over.
I don't know about that with NDI and all those tools, but it's worth a try, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big news. Tai Tai reminded us that the news that I posted, I guess I could go on. Let me see if I can go on to. Nobody's on Zoom just yet, but I want to see if I can go on my web browser and pull up the link that I shared with. Hi Lalo. Lalo, you want to join me on Zoom? Let me know. So I am going to pull up the RØDECaster Duo from B&H with $100 and some $125 coupon. B&H. And I thought that was like a really good deal. I don't think we've seen anything discounted this much ever. So I'm going to pull the URL up, and then hopefully I can share that with those people who are on YouTube. So
Yeah, and
that's
really the
what it
Duo,
is.
I mean, for a lot of people, the Duo is going to be plenty. I mean, it's got 2 mic inputs and the sound pads and all the things that the Pro 2 has, just a smaller scale. And if you don't need all the things, this would be great. This is a great option. And we can still help you with it here in this room.
That's right. Do I not see the coupon anymore? Like, or do I like on the phone? I checked it this afternoon because I made it a point to talk about it. And does it not? I don't see the coupon anymore. I'm gonna try and add that. Oh yeah, here you go. When you do add to cart, it's when it'll show up. So when you add to cart and the $125 discount coupon would show up, and you can clip it and save $125. That's a really good deal. Oh, I just realized I have on my live stream, I have 2 of myself. That's set up. Oh my gosh,
I just thought you were really vain. I didn't say anything about it.
But am I live? I am live, right? I don't know if I'm actually yes, it shows that I'm live, so hopefully you're watching it. Okay.
Yeah, I have it on.
So if you want to grab one, I don't know how long it lasts. Oh, here it is. I see the details now. I see clip coupon, save 125. I'm going to look at the details and see when it ends. It does not have an end date. So if you're watching this, go check out the link really quickly.
Wait a second.
What?
I have the Duo in my cart, and I also had NTH 100Ms in my cart, and it's listing them as $0. The Rode, what?
Like, it's listing what as $0?
In my cart, it's listing the NTH 100Ms as $0.
Is it because it's $125?
Well, it's like, so that's a bundle.
Oh,
I guess you
yeah.
can get the RØDECaster and the headphones for a bundle,
and
for
the coupon too.
$500.
And the coupon too.
No, basically, I think they give you the NTH 100s.
I see.
With the RØDECaster Duo at regular price, basically.
Got it.
So, interesting.
Hello, Lalo.
If you need headphones with the little microphone, you can do that too.
Yeah.
What up, John? What up, Michael? What's going on, boys?
Hello, Lalo.
Hello. Long time no see. Long time haven't spoken to you over here.
I know, it's been a while.
I've been
having
exploring
an issue right now.
What issue?
Couldn't hear anything.
When? Like on Clubhouse? Is it because of Clubhouse?
Probably. It was a little bit ago. I don't know if you noticed, but I kept popping in and out because I could see the circle is moving, but I can't hear anything.
Yeah, it's apparently a Clubhouse thing that you have to like leave the room, come back in, sometimes
close the app.
Force quit the app.
Mm-hmm. That's what I had to do.
I wonder if it's tied to the same issue where sometimes I have to go into my phone audio settings and like reselect the iPhone speaker, or it's just it's bizarre. It's like things don't. I don't know. Anyway,
I know, and I'm trying to have a good representation of what's going on Clubhouse, but I think what I really like what I have, which is like seeing my picture.
I have an idea, John.
What?
I have an idea.
Yes. Give it to me.
Clubhouse on the web is still a thing. Could you possibly bring up the room?
At least the visual of that
web window and just show
but
that.
But I can't log in. Do I have to logged in?
You'd have to have a second account.
I do have a second account, but I can just at least capture the visual for it, right?
Yeah.
I like this this idea. Wait, let me see.
Well, actually, you don't need to see the room. You don't even need to be logged.
How do I get to the room?
Only for 15 minutes you would be able to.
But if I have a second account, I can log in through my second account and then do a web capture of the room. But you know how usually the web I could do it on my club deck technically, but
you could do that too. But the idea being you capture the room through a web browser on something instead of trying to get it off of your phone.
Right. Yeah. I can try that, if it's I could try that. But everything is
just
live.
Play around with it. It doesn't have to be done tonight. Just something worth
me. I want to see if I can do it tonight. But I'll keep trying. But Lalo, what's up with you?
Oh, I just been working, like just working away. I haven't really been on the app as much lately. I just haven't seen a lot of rooms happening, and maybe there are rooms happening, but you know how the hallway is right now,
Yeah.
so it's not very easy
Ooh,
to find
yeah.
them. But that's okay though, because I've been, working on other things, prioritizing other projects. So, I guess I'm being a little more productive now that I'm not on here 24/7 like I used to. So, gotta look
That
at the positive. But what are
that's
you
probably a
trying to
good
do,
thing.
John?
Okay. So I was just gonna. I think I saw you popping in. Was it last week or the week before? I can't remember.
I
What
know
I'm
you've been
trying.
doing the like you're having are you doing Zoom meetings, like showing people visuals of helping them
So I
where
started
you can
using
see what they're
Ecamm.
doing? Oh, Ecamm.
I
Okay.
started using Ecamm, and Ecamm's beta now integrates with Zoom. So the idea, and when the beta came out, I thought, oh my gosh, I can take this and do what we're doing on Clubhouse, but live stream it to YouTube and still have the
Oh,
visual element to it. And here's the thing, I, I'm gonna
is
have
that
to
what's pinned
build
at
it
the
up.
top? I can watch already.
Yeah, you can watch. That's live. So you probably have to like shut down or turn off the audio on the live stream, but you can at least watch me. It's not as exciting. Last week was more exciting because we have Charles in the room as well. Or you can, if you want, anybody who wants to hop onto the stream, feel free to let me know. I'm not seeing the
There you
viewer
are. I see
count.
you
Do you
now.
see me now?
This is cool.
I'm
This is
not
cool.
seeing
Yeah.
the viewer count, but I'm probably out of sync. I don't see the viewer count on here somehow, so I couldn't tell if anybody's watching. I think Michael and you are looking at the stream. So you can tap on the link up above and look at it visually. So I also have a setup where I can switch to the RØDECaster and then be able to show people what to do directly from here. Here it is, me again. The right little thing that I'm going to kick out, that is supposed to be whoever I'm helping. I can at least see the facial reaction to what I'm going through so that I can read whether or not they're following. So I can
It's got
take
a tight
myself
shot
out.
on that other little window too there.
The tight shot of
You're
which?
and the window on the left, it was a very tight shot
Oh,
of
yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
head.
And
Yeah.
that's because I was leaning forward. There you go.
Look at
um,
you upgrading the experience. This is cool.
So this is all a learning right now. Michael witnessed the train wreck that I tried 2 weeks ago.
No, not 2 weeks ago. I wasn't here 2 weeks ago.
Okay,
But
so
last week it was fine.
it was a minor train wreck. The
takes-
week before was
it
bad.
takes time.
But you know what I'm trying to do is rather than trying it and testing it in between session, I'm just gonna do it until I get it. And so I'm actually trying to even do the sound check room as a. I may have to do. I haven't scheduled it ahead of time. I'm not sure if I'm able to now that I'm live. I want to see if I can schedule it so that I can do a sound check room as a separate video. But I didn't. I only thought of that like 5 minutes before the stream starts. So I'm already in a mess right now because I'm changing things around. But that's what I'm trying to do, Lalo.
That's very cool. Very proud of you for, and I mean, I really admire, the dedication to upgrading the experience. I'm sure for a lot of people, audio only, when you're trying to teach them how to finesse their, fine tune their audio stuff, I mean, can be a little challenging when all you can do is hear what you're talking about. So,
there's
yeah.
definitely when I can show it visually, there's definitely something to it. Obviously, we were doing it because it's a limitation of the app on Clubhouse that we were unable to show it. If we were able to, I'm sure we will, because we try to use, PTR. Those of you who are not on the platform, PTR means pull to refresh, which refer to the changing the profile picture. So look at that. Lalo said hi. So I can also bring that up. So I like it. I like the potential of it.
Ooh, wow.
I like the
see myself
potential of it. So you saw yourself popping up in the chat?
Yeah, but I was gonna tell you, John.
Uh-huh.
I did just say that it's a little harder for some people when it's only audio, but I do gotta say, if there's people that have mastered teaching people audio with just audio, it would be you guys, because you guys have been doing this room for years. So, I mean, it takes skill to be able to tell people what to do with their audio when all you can do is tell them.
Right. That is true. And I plan on keeping the I plan on keeping the room as is with Clubhouse. I don't plan plan to get rid of it, so it will still be there. So the audio portion is still going to be there, which is why I was trying to find a solution so that I can actually bring Clubhouse in. Last week, I actually have the screen of Clubhouse also on with me. So like, there's a separate screen that you can see Clubhouse people talking, the bubble and all that. But that required me to utilize Club Deck to pipe the audio in. And Club Deck is a bit unreliable when it comes to hearing stereo and sending out stereo. So I didn't want to mess with that this week. So my exploration this week is to see if I can just get I actually let me show you. I try to do something like this. So I haven't had any guests over on this side yet, but at least I can have like Clubhouse. This is not a good way of doing it, but I think what Michael suggested earlier, go onto the web or at least capture a screen capture of the room in Club Deck and have some sort of a live interaction on the screen would be better. So I will work on that next week. But here we are. And Cyndilu, hello, and Ray Ray. Cyndilu, do you want the link? Anybody wants the link? It's very easy. I'm going to share that with you. Actually, I'm just going to put it out there because there's not a lot of people yet. And I can always close that out a little bit more, like make it a little bit harder to join next time. So I'm going to put the link in the chat. And you can go to the link and it forwards you directly to my Zoom call link, which you will be joining the live feed. Obviously, only do it when you when you don't mind showing up on the live link or the live stream. So anybody interested, I think we had Cyndilu joining us. Was it last week or the week before? I think the week before. And of course,
Yeah, I didn't
Jeanette
join you
also.
last week.
Yeah. So
Is that a Stanley Cup?
it is. It's a Chinese New Year one. Look.
Hey, let's go. I just had to point that out.
It's well, see, you could wait, the stream was actually quite quick. I see
Yeah,
Cyndilu
absolutely.
hopping on already. So I'm gonna bring Cyndilu in so that I can chat with her. Okay, I'm gonna put Cyndilu.
Yay!
I'm excited for this. This is quality content, boys and gals.
Hey.
Hey,
All right, I'm
I
gonna
left the.
I'm gonna bring Cyndilu in with me here. Hello,
Hello.
everybody,
Too
wave.
fun.
Hello, Cyndilu.
Cyndilu, I see you.
That's right.
You're real. You're a real person. I
know.
love it.
That's what everybody said last time we all saw each other
I'm a real person.
on Zoom. We were like, "Oh my gosh, you're real."
She's not a bot.
I know, she is for real.
Oh.
It's getting cold there, isn't it?
Freezing. Absolutely freezing. Yes.
Well,
it got down to like 3 degrees last night.
ooh. Paula, welcome, Paula on Clubhouse. See, here's where it's good, where if you can all see the room as well, I can at least say Paula and people can see Paula is down in the audience. I have to work on that. And look, Michael Sterling waved at us. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm just.
I love it.
Hi,
It's too
John. Hi,
cute.
everyone.
Hi, Ray Ray.
How are you today? It sounds really exciting. I just tapped the button and opened it, and I was like, I'm not going on camera. No, not right now.
I'm the same
Because
way, Ray Ray.
I'm
Yeah.
doing something right now. I'm not in the mood. Everything is technology. AI is just taking over and coordinating things too fast.
I
That's what I think
understand.
it
I
is.
understand. This is what I'm doing, and I'm doing all this live, as you can see here, placing the Clubhouse icon on the one side, which is a little bit more dynamic, like last week. And I explained earlier about why I choose not to do that this time.
Mhm.
So if you're looking at you can watch the live stream without having to join the Zoom call. If you just tap the link that is pinned on Clubhouse, you can watch it live. You just want to probably mute the audio of the YouTube, but at least you're still able to see my Stanley Cup. Very,
Oh,
very.
yeah.
God. Do you have a big ego or what? No, I'm only joking.
I didn't know that you played hockey, John. That's really impressive. Good for you. Congratulations.
Okay, so this is my first Stanley Cup. I've never owned one. This is a gift for this is my birthday gift. It's a Chinese New Year version of the Stanley Cup, which I like. But so this is what we're doing. And those people who are watching on, people are not going to watch this. Hopefully not too many people watching this just because I'm still testing. But if you are, and if you're coming from the Ecamm community, come back every Tuesday, because this is what we do every Tuesday. And since the integration of Zoom has made its way into the beta version of Ecamm, we're now up to beta version 7. I don't, Charles and John Lowe are not here. I see Paula. Oh my goodness. Do you want to be on, Paula? You can speak now, but do you want to be on? If you don't mind me putting you on, I'll be more than happy to bring you on, Paula. Okay, let's see if I can have Paula. And if you would unmute your mic and let me know if you're good for me to add you. Oh, I guess.
Hey, Sarah.
Because Cyndilu say something. Let me see if the active speaker window.
So the only
there you
piece of the screen that is streamed is what you're doing, or does it do active speaker?
This is active speaker right now. The one that I'm using for you is active speaker. So if Paula were to start speaking, but I need to make sure that she's cool, but I can control it. If I don't want it to be an active speaker, I can also switch it to just you. But my template that I have set is active speaker. So when Paula speaks, it will come out. But you can give me an indication, like a thumbs up or anything. I can see you in the thumbnail, Paula, if you want to, if you're okay going live.
I have a question, John.
Yes, Michael?
How are you pulling those feeds? Is it NDI or something else, or
the feed
just
of
a window
Zoom?
capture? Yeah, a window capture. What is it?
It actually, no. That's what beautiful about it is actually Ecamm built it into using the API of Zoom and built that into part of Ecamm's infrastructure, which makes it so much easier to use. Yeah. And by the way, I really do a really bad job of like giving myself credit or promoting links. I do have an Ecamm affiliate link. So if you're interested in this, you can find out from, I will put it in the Clubhouse link. I get a Clubhouse chat. I think it's this. It's the new channel that I'm doing right now. It's called Learner to Learner. So I forward Learner to Learner /Ecamm, and that you guys test it for me in the chat and see if it works or not. It should go to my affiliate Ecamm link, Ecamm affiliate link. Anyway, but yeah, this is exciting. I'm not doing this just because of that, but I do have a link, and so I thought I'd share it with you. Paula, if you are still up for give me a thumbs up if you want to get. Oh, okay. All right. Good. Yay. She's on now. Okay. There you go.
Okay. I had to tap on a different screen, and I had to find that screen first. So.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see you. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to assign. So now I have the slot that I've assigned for a first guest and a second guest. Now I want to assign Paula to my second guest. So now when I do that, she pops up on my feed. How nice is that? Now I can do this. I can also do it live. I can do this view where it's just me, and then I can add one person at a time. I don't want to do picture
Where did everybody go? Oh, there we go.
There you go. So I just took them all. Okay, there you go. Now you get to see the three of us like that. Isn't that fun? I think it's pretty amazing. Now, this is still beta.
So much fun.
Last week, when I did this, It crashed, I don't know, what, 5 times? And unbeknownst to me, when they release it, I always do this. I think I install it like 30 minutes before I have to go live because there's a new beta version out. So I tested it, beta 5. And when I was going on live with it, it crashed multiple times. And I after the stream, I went onto the beta group and reported the bug, and they said yes, there's already a beta 6 out within the last, I don't know, hour or so. So I got beta 6, still crash. Now we're on beta 7, and it seems to be pretty stable. It hasn't crashed yet. Paula, have you met or seen Cyndilu before? No, seeing each other for the first time.
Right. It's been a long time since I've gotten on to this Clubhouse page, and I've always been in the background. So
I see. Well, I'm so glad you're able to hop on to the video call. It's on Zoom for your end, but it is for us, for me, it comes in, as Michael was saying, it comes in almost like a separate NDI video source.
I have another question for you, John.
Yes, Michael, go ahead.
So if I were to get on Zoom and I wanted to show everybody something from my screen, could I share my content and you could put that up on the stream, or like how would all that work?
Yes, you can. Let's say if you don't want to be on screen talking, but you want to show how you patch a certain cable to some whatever, or
That's
show
what I
the
was thinking
interface.
about,
Yes, you can come on. So if you're using a phone, it'll probably be a bit easier because you can like flip it and point it to your device. But if you're doing it on, say, your RØDECaster Pro companion app and you want to share your screen, you can also share screen, and I can put your shared screen on as one of the many video sources.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I'll think
very
about this because
useful.
I have a camera over my RØDECaster that I
You can
could
always
do a
just
little
use
bit of
that.
work on. And let me keep thinking on this. I'm not too keen on the idea of trying to be on screen and looking the way I want this time of the evening, but I do see benefit in potentially sharing my screen at times to show you all various things. So
Or you can always keep yourself, because here's the thing, I don't have to bring you in so I can only bring 8 video sources. So I can bring 8 video sources in from Zoom. That 8 also includes screen sharing. So if there are like 7 of us plus one person is sharing their screen, it becomes 8. So, but your audio can always come through. The way how I pipe it in, your audio can always come through to my RØDECaster Pro 2. And so I can have up to 100. I think my account allows me to have 100 people on. So I can do 100 people talk. I don't want to, but I can have 100 people talking at the same time. Not at the same time, but 100 people talk to us, but just not appearing on screen. So you can be talking to us without needing to show up as your video screen of your face. And then when you want to, you can then turn on your camera and then show us something visually that way. Lots of potential. Something to think about.
Yeah, and real fast, which plan do you have for Ecamm for this? Is this the basic or the Pro?
I have the Pro.
Okay.
I think this feature only comes with the Pro plan. Charles can attest to that. For many years, I have been really cheap. I do everything on OBS, and I want to save money because I don't make money from my podcast, and so I want to save money, and I try not to spend the money for Ecamm. And I've been using OBS, and it works okay, but I have to do a lot of workarounds. But now that I've got Ecamm, what I can tell you is I can do so much more. Like, I'm not stressed out trying to change like layout of people's screens. If I want to go to, let's say, if I want to switch over to this screen, I just want to see Cyndilu, I can do it like right now. If I just want to see Paula, I can see it right now. If I just want to see myself or see this thing, I can do it live right now on my OBS. It would take a lot more, especially switching from speaker to speaker, because it was just not as convenient. So I'm excited. So once I have once I've passed the threshold of, okay, maybe I'll spend the money, and I heard about. So as soon as I subscribed to Ecamm Live, the Pro, is it called Pro? Can't remember the 2 tiers, but the higher tier. Once I
Standard
subscribe,
and Pro, yeah.
Standard and Pro. So Pro, once I have subscribed to Pro for the interview mode feature, I actually did that for that feature. I can have up to 10 people, but I mean, I love Ecamm, but I tried both the interview mode and the beta version of Zoom integration. I prefer the Zoom integration to the point this cheapskate paid for Zoom Pro account because I like it so much that I'm actually doing that now.
So you've paid for both Zoom and Ecamm now, John. You've
I
come
know
a long way.
this cheapskate has come a
goodness.
long way. But you know what?
boy.
That tells you the value that it brought to me because I wouldn't otherwise pay because it's not cheap. It's like $380 or something for Ecamm for 1 year,
For a year.
and then it's like
yeah.
140, $150 for Zoom a year. So it's not cheap, but I am finally realizing you pay for what you get. And it's helpful for me. So that's why I decided to do it. But it's good. Like if this is becoming, rather than like a RØDECaster session, is becoming an Ecamm session. But I do find, last week I was trying to talk about I never really get into too much detail about it. There is a lot of people in the Ecamm community do use RØDECaster Pro 2 alongside with Ecamm. And it took me a while to kind of figure out what is the right setting. And I learned from the community. The community is awesome. Everybody's super helpful. And oh, wait, we have other people. I didn't realize we have other people joining too. Sarah is now on the call, Sarah.
And welcome Barsha and Sarah to the Clubhouse room.
Oh,
Hello,
thank
Barsha. Good to see you.
Sarah,
Long time no see.
Sarah, do you mind hopping on video too? Are you okay with that? Give me a thumbs up if you're okay with showing up on video. Sarah, just give me a thumbs up if you're okay with me adding you to the feed. I don't want to do it without your consent.
And at
Oh
some point,
no,
John, if
she's
we
like
could,
no.
we don't necessarily have to do it now, but if we could talk about like what your considerations for other services were before you chose Ecamm. Like there's Riverside, there's I can't remember what the other names are, but there's other services like them.
StreamYard.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Just, sometime we should talk about why you chose Ecamm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great topic.
I don't know if I don't have that much knowledge about the other platform. My direct comparison is actually OBS, and OBS translates more directly to Ecamm than StreamYard and what is the other one you said? StreamYard and Riverside. Because I think the layout and design and everything, you have more control over layouts and design of your Ecamm live stream assets. Even though I am not a big fan of doing too much of the branding, I might change my mind. But a lot of people on Ecamm love to have their border and then the moving background, all that. To me, when I'm on video, I want to see video. So I try to not do. There's a purpose if I put a box there. There's a purpose of why I wanted to do it that way. It's to keep my content focus on the video and not so much like the branding itself. I think there are some sites or some videos that would be appropriate to have branding very heavily. It's just not the kind of stuff that I do. And if you do want a lot of branding, good looking stuff, and you know a little bit of design, you can build a lot from there. From Ecamm, that is.
I'm just happy to see my friends on screen for the first time.
Oh, you haven't seen me?
No, I've seen you, John, but I've never seen Cyndilu
Oh,
on
yeah.
video.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. So
It's pretty neat. It just added a whole new dimension to like my Clubhouse experience, you know? Even
yeah,
though you
yeah,
guys can't see me, but I can see you.
that's right. So I think there's some new people in here since we last talked about it. Maybe I should switch over to my RØDECaster discount. So anybody who's interested, we were talking about that earlier. Now I can actually also show it to you. You can see, oh, where's my, oh, this one? There you go. You can see the RØDECaster Duo is for $499 on B&H is now having a discount or a coupon for that purchase to save $125. So if you are in the market for a RØDECaster Duo, you should consider doing that. Actually, I'm going to do it. I'm going to switch this to live and then actually have one layout. I don't mean for myself to pop up all the time, so I'm going to take myself out of that picture. And then I have this to turn on. So this is supposedly, this is my true layout. That was my desktop. Desktop was in case if I want to show you something else on my desktop, I'll use the other layout. But this is supposed to be full frame, all content. So all in Safari right now. I want to show you one thing. If you have any question, throw them at me. But if not, I'm going to show you why this other box is in there. This other box was in there because let's say I'm going to put Paula in there as an example. I can drop Paula's image in there. So my thought was when I show somebody something on the web, how do you do this and that, or what to buy, you can go on there. Oh, look who's here. We have another friend joining us here, Mr. Charles. So I can, what I can do is I can also, let's say we're looking at Paula's face right now, and then I decided maybe I want Paula's face in this setup to be a little bit bigger to sort of match my big face up there. So I can do this too. I can go in and turn on zoom, pan and zoom. I can zoom in and I can pan her so that we look more similar this way. Isn't that cool? I feel like I'm demoing.
That is cool.
Ecamm.
Can you do it while it's offline, like before you put it on screen?
Yeah, there are two
Okay,
modes.
good.
There are two modes that you could do. I sometimes want to do that just from my broadcasts past. Sometimes I wanted to do stuff when it's ready. I push live, right? There are times that I would probably still do that, but now I don't mind like just playing around with it live. You can have a live mode.
Do you have, John?
I have 4 monitors.
Oh, okay. That's a lot of screen real estate to work with, for sure.
I have one proper monitor, one for my laptop, and then one for one is my what is it called? Elgato prompter. So Elgato
okay.
prompter, my proper screen that's above my laptop and my laptop screen, and then I also have my iPad as my sidecar. Is that called sidecar? I can't remember what it's called.
I think so.
Sidecar.
Sidecar.
Sidecar. Okay, that you all recognize that voice? Okay, so let's switch over to 3 view, 3 up. So now
The great voice of Charles.
now we're all together. Or
Welcome
sometimes
to another live episode.
Yeah, we're talking not about RØDECaster Pro, we're talking about Ecamm right now. So we have
one more question, John. When
Yes,
you zoomed
yes.
her in, did it zoom in her input or just her in that window?
Just your camera feed.
Yes. Is that what you asked? I don't really.
Like, so if you put her full screen, will she be zoomed just like she was in the window? now?
I see.
guess
You
is
mean
what
like
I'm
zoomed
asking.
in? Okay. No, because I would be now. If it's in the different scene, it won't be the same one. If it's the same scene, it will be.
Okay, gotcha.
So if we switch back to this scene, she will be zoomed in. But if we switch to a different scene, I would have to do the pan and zoom separately.
Gotcha. Okay, good to know.
Unless you assign her to a camera, right?
Yes. Well, I do assign her to camera, so maybe she is zoomed. But even if I assign to the camera, it doesn't seem like it's keeping it unless I tell it. Unless I go scroll down to the bottom and say apply to all scenes. Yeah. Again, next time I'll probably do an Ecamm sessions too.
Ecamm Live Meetup or whatever.
Oh wait, I didn't have my. Oh, I did. Of course, I didn't have my this scene. Okay, so this scene, I have my Clubhouse picture on there, and I didn't have the 3 up with the picture. So now I'm gonna place it there. So at least maybe I'll do some kind of indicator for that Clubhouse
I feel like I
is
need to
talking.
give you a high five.
I know, like high five me. But Charles, you were not here. Michael has a good idea. He said, "Why don't I capture a window of the web version of Clubhouse? Then I can put it there." The reason why I didn't want to have my phone connected to capture the screen was because I didn't want to have to deal with Club Deck. You know how, Charles, you and I tested, and you have to, it's not reliable. Every time you join the room, I don't know whether or not I'm hearing in stereo. I'm just going to have to assume that I am until people tell me otherwise. And I didn't quite like that. I think I can trigger it by, once I get in there, change the audio input and output again once I'm in the room. Because you can change that before you enter a room. But once you enter a room,
Yes.
that changes. Like it then stop being reliably transmitting stereo.
It can. You are correct.
It can't or
It
I'm
can change sometimes.
Yes. So which is unreliable, right? Sometimes I can trust it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Actually, most of the time it doesn't work for me. But it occasionally would not do stereo, and therefore I would be panning left and right, and then people would be telling me that I don't hear anything because I'm not sending out stereo. And for something that I do to support sound, I feel like it's very important for me to hear things more accurately. I have a Clubhouse question. When people are popping up on both Zoom and...
I have a RØDECaster question.
Oh, good.
I see that she's on her microphone now. Yeah.
Why don't we... listen to her. Okay. All right. So why don't you ask us your RØDECaster question first, since this is what we're here for anyway.
So I wanted to see, yes, is my microphone working through the Zoom? Because I set
does.
it up. I just turned it on. So, but I can't hear through the RØDECaster. I'm having to hear through my computer. Is that normal?
No.
Or should I be able to?
So what you can do is...
What settings do I need to change?
On Clubhouse... Not on Clubhouse. On Zoom...
On Zoom?
You need to change your setup. Let me see if I can actually do that for you. On Zoom, you would want to change your audio settings to using RØDECaster Pro Chat. Well, is that what you're on? Oh, you're not on Clubhouse anymore. So on Zoom, you would want to change your speaker and your microphone to be RØDECaster Pro Chat, and you should be able to hear us on
RØDECaster
Zoom.
Pro Chat.
And
Microphone and speaker.
Yes. And while you're there, before
Okay.
you close it out,
Yeah.
I would also like for you to do this. Turn on original sound for musician. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit tighter
Yep.
for you.
Okay. Original sound for musicians on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to go to audio
And
now and go to chat.
Okay.
That's on chat. Am I still being heard?
Yes.
And
Do you
underneath
hear us
chat.
now?
She's very loud right now, or is it just me?
Okay.
Yeah, she's pretty hot.
But I'm still being.
Oh,
Am I hearing you guys now?
We are.
Yes. Can you hear us?
No. So
She
that
can't
means I
hear
need
us.
to hook my speaker.
Sarah, you know
She's not hearing us, I think.
Now I am.
Okay. So
I
So-
only have one speaker thing, so I had to switch it.
So
Okay, cool.
the Clubhouse is telling me that which I'm also controlling. I can pull the audio down a little bit. Clubhouse is telling me that you're really hot. Your microphone's really hot, and so
I'm sorry.
so make sure you turn on original sound and then have high fidelity music mode on, and also stereo sound on, stereo audio on. Those 2 check marks that I don't know if you're seeing it here on on my screen. And make sure you have
I have
that.
to go, guys. I'm sorry, I have to go.
Okay, all right.
Take care.
Hey, live. Live, and there's live. Okay, all right. So
It happens.
maybe I should pause her video. She just walked away, but without pausing her video. Can I do that? I think I can go into... I don't want to like stream. This is what Clubhouse
in
people...
Zoom,
Uh-huh.
go to her
Okay.
video, click the three dots, and you can say stop video.
Okay, stop video. Okay. All right. It's stopped. Okay.
There you go.
I wonder if it shows when she doesn't have any video. Oh, I guess we couldn't test it. Oh, it just in the video feed, it shows a pause video of the last frame rather than
Yes.
the profile picture. I wish it would show the profile picture. This is what we see right now. So I'm gonna add Charles back. Oh, Charles is not. Oh, there you go. Because you're showing things that I'm showing. Okay, so were you gonna show us something, Charles? With
Well, I
that?
was sitting here trying to mess with this. The
My
one thing
boy
I don't like is
Charles.
that you can't customize, like you can't frame it on a screen share.
On a screen, you can do window and do custom shape. Couldn't you?
Well, that's what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
I'm doing.
Yeah, you just have to make sure
cus-
that you open the
doing
windows the
custom,
same way and have them
but
in the exact same spot
as
every time.
you-
Otherwise, it's a mess.
as you resize it,
The-
it doesn't.
I want
But
to.
maybe if I do,
Is it because you have your angle? I think you have a crop on, so make sure you hold. Yeah, there you go. I was gonna all tell you all that the reason why you're seeing this is I'm not doing this right because Charles also have Ecamm, so he's also running Ecamm, and he's running. You're running Zoom inside Ecamm, Charles.
correct. Yes.
Okay, so he's running joining this meeting through Ecamm itself while he's messing. So sometimes he would like pipe the same feed into his feed that confused
Man,
me.
You're making me want to have to get all my stuff set up so that I can do this stuff
Yeah,
on Tuesday.
you're selling it, bro.
Like I've got OBS ready enough that I could just tweak a couple things and be ready to go. And it's like,
Are you
Don't
sure
wanna
you're
be
not
on
like an
camera, I don't wanna
ambassador
be
or
on-
something?
Well,
For,
I
you know,
have an affiliate link.
well, I wouldn't go the full Ecamm. I would just do a Zoom virtual camera into
Anything.
or OBS. Yeah,
I just want to have
virtual
a
camera
visual
Zoom.
version of us, because we've established we've been helping people doing audio setup for RØDECaster as well as just the regular sound check for 3 years, more than 3 years. And when I saw the integration of Zoom and Ecamm is when it made me think maybe we can do another version of our Clubhouse rooms, but with video. The reason is Clubhouse, you have your live audience, and the live audience can simply just pop on easily onto whatever platform. And it's different when it comes to YouTube streaming. It's not that way, because on YouTube you have to be able to other than people watching it, you still have to have a way for people to join you. And once Zoom announced, don't confuse us, Charles. once the integration is, what he did was he can take because he's also on Ecamm, and he can
Can he control the layout too?
he on his end, yes.
Within my own camera feed. Yeah.
What?
it's
That's
like
crazy.
video inception is what's happening
Yeah.
right now.
Yo,
So
Paul is just like, I don't know if I like this seeing myself twice in there. Like,
we're getting a lot of Paula right now. Sheesh.
I oh no. I also have a RØDECaster Pro question.
oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I have an audio only podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been using the RØDECaster, and a lot of my interviews are through the phone. But I
Okay.
started using Zoom, and I'm pretty sure I have it all plugged in correctly, but and I record onto the SD card.
Uh-huh.
But when I take the SD card out and I put it into my laptop to edit in Audition, what my guest that I brought in through Zoom, their voice is a lot lower. I'm quieter.
Yes.
So is that normal?
So there's a setting that you can change for your recording to record pre or post fader. So, and why don't I show you? So, so on here. So let me see if I can bring you in. Also, that's still me. I'm gonna replace you with this so you can actually watch it with me. And oh, there you go. There you go. So on here, there is a feature, not feature, but there's a setting in your settings on your RØDECaster. I have to think in your output and in multitrack, because I assume you record multitrack, right? Your guests on a separate channel from you.
I am not. I'm on a single track.
Oh, so if it's just a stereo track, then it might not be what I'm thinking it is. But I'll show you my process again. Then you can then choose to record it multi-track, and then at the same time boost up your guest's audio that way. So in multi-track, because I'm recording. I don't need to be recording this. So I'm gonna stop my recording and then I'll show it to you here. So it's in my shortcut because I copy my podcast recording shortcut in my Stream Deck, and then it does that. So if you go to outputs and then go to multi-track for I'm gonna lower the brightness so you can actually, it's not blown out. So in recording, I have mine turned off. But if you want to turn on multi-track, meaning your guest that comes in through the phone, which I assume it's either Bluetooth.
Well, the phone is working fine. It's when I do a Zoom call.
Oh, okay. Phone is fine.
I'm hearing them fine through the headset, and my assumption was if I'm hearing them fine, what I'm hearing would record.
Now,
but
when you record, do they go into the chat channel?
I don't believe so.
So how are you hearing them really?
I am hearing them through my RØDECaster Pro because my headset's plugged into the RØDECaster Pro, and my computer is plugged into the RØDECaster Pro.
When you monitor, so do you remember which channel does it come through on your RØDECaster Pro?
I assume it's coming through the
is it the USB 1 or chat? Do you remember USB?
Yeah, I don't think I have chat. I think I have an older.
Oh, so you have so you don't have the RØDECaster Pro 2. You have the original RØDECaster. Got it. Okay, so.
Hello,
Charles and Michael. You want to take over?
I'm sorry. I need to be filled in a little bit because I've been looking at some other stuff.
Got it. So Paula has RØDECaster, the OG RØDECaster, and she records her guests through Zoom, and it sounded fine for her in the during her recording, but listening back to the recorded file, the audio for the guest through Zoom is softer, not as loud. And I guess there's only one way that she could do that, which is using USB connection with the mix minus turned on.
Yeah, I mean, that would create a separate feed,
and she does not do. She doesn't do multi-channel. She does everything recorded just as a stereo track, right, Paula? Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, in this case, if you want to get all the levels correct, you should record multi-track and then fix that track later. If it's a little bit more work, but it's going to get you a better product.
Yeah. Well, my concern with that was in putting it on the SD card. Well, I need to buy bigger SD cards. I think it was filling up the SD card too fast.
Ah, yeah.
And I didn't want to stop my guest and say, wait, I got to switch cards.
The other option we could talk to you about is recording to your computer through USB and only choosing the tracks that you want to record. And that way you don't have to use the SD card space for that. But that's something that maybe Charles would have to help with because I don't have a lot of experience recording straight into the computer.
But would it go, since the Zoom is on the computer, would it come into the RØDECaster Pro and back onto the computer to record?
I think there is a way you could do that. Yeah, go ahead.
No, so you could do, so it's actually going through from your computer, the Zoom call, the voice, go to your RØDECaster and then go back to your computer to be recorded onto your computer one way. But I was also thinking, what is your audio setup? Because if your level and their level match up on the meter, so when we look at the meter this way, if you when you speak, go ahead and say see your channel and my channel, if they match, then it's very likely that your audio is going to be perfect. And I think ideally you would want it to be that way so that you don't have to like do any post-processing, right? So maybe next time do a test call and see if the guest level is indeed loud enough. Now, it might be loud enough in your ears, but what you wanted to do is to visually check to see if their level is the same as yours. And sometimes, because we can hear ourselves talk louder, or you could by their volume on the fader might be lower, but maybe your headphones level was cranked up so high that you can hear her fine. But then, in actuality, the recorded file does not have enough volume coming through. So check the level would probably be a good place to start.
Okay, I have increased the slider.
How's it matching with yours? Is it close or just the physical fader itself?
Yeah, they're basically
about the same. And main thing that you wanted to really test is the signal. Like the green thing that's jumping up and down, make sure that your voice and their voice is the same.
Okay.
Then that should take care of ensuring your guest's audio matching yours. But like what Micah was saying, if you were to record this in multitrack, that means you're getting all the tracks, which means you can then boost up your guest signal without needing to boost up yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to play with it more.
Yeah, but I think if you get the level done fine, it would be all right.
Okay. I've recorded on Zoom and
so you record on Zoom as well.
Well, I did both because on RØDECaster Pro and Zoom seems to be recording it okay, but I was thinking it would just
sometimes
be better quality if I did it in
Zoom can do some processing there too. So and actually I've been pretty happy with what Zoom is doing to my guests' audio because it does so much processing that it's keeping the environment really quiet, making the voice really prominent. So that part I actually like, because most of my guests on my own personal podcast are not professional audio. Like they don't care about professional audio, so they just want to talk, right? So in that sense, it's actually good to be able to use that. So technically, and you do record it as a separate track on the Zoom recording, or you just record it both merge, your voice and their voice merge too? Okay.
Yeah, I did the same.
You could on that side, just because it's just like a check mark, right? If you want to split the audio recording with Zoom, I think you can record.
I didn't know that was possible.
Look into that too, because you can just do I think one check. Maybe Charles can confirm. Charles, the Zoom Pro, like you can just the Zoom recording just with the check mark, having it record ISO audio. on Zoom?
Let me check. Hold
Yeah.
on. I'm not 100% sure.
But look into that and see if it works that way. But to me, really, the more I think about it, if you can get the audio, oh my gosh, we totally forgot about soundcheck room.
I didn't forget about it. We were just rolling with the conversation, and was like, "We'll keep going for now."
But we'll wrap up after I finish my thought here. I think, Paula, if you make sure the audio level of yours and your audio level and your guest audio level matches up visually on your RØDECaster Pro, I think you're already going to get much closer level-wise.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Thanks for joining us. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So, Michael, are you still able to close this out while I open
Yeah,
the
I
other-
can. That's
Okay.
fine.
All right.
I'm getting the link actually here to the top.
Oh,
of the
okay,
room
okay,
now.
cool. Oh, yeah, you can do that. Okay, so I'm gonna people on Zoom and people on YouTube, stay put. I'm gonna leave Clubhouse and then I'll join you all over there. Okay, I'm leaving. I just left there. I'm gonna hop on to
Okay.
my other room, and feel free to hang on as long as you want. You don't have to, but we're gonna move into the sound check room.
Do you see my shared screen there?
If you're doing three
I
up,
And what you highlighted, that's great. I did not know that was available.
Yeah, so you can record separate audio files you can either record all your audio in one file, or you can record separate audio files for each participant.
you guys
in
keep
Zoom,
talking.
and
I'm gonna start the other room, but you guys
all it goes.